Hi everyone, welcome to Wednesday Words. I'm here again with you. Today I decided to come out to my front porch and it's windy today. It feels kind of like March instead of February. I wanted to talk today about challenging you. We've already been looking at our intentions and what we can do for February to try to meet our goals as writers. So I wanted to share with you, a few months ago, our pastor at my church challenged us, and it just really struck me. He didn't really mean this to be a challenge, but he was reminding us about the parts in the Bible where Jesus tells us to make our yes be yes and our no be no. And being lukewarm is just as bad as being tossed about by the waves of the ocean. You don't ever really get where you're going. And it made me realize how much of my time I have been just that, lukewarm. Part of it is I don't like conflict. I don't like to disappoint people. I don't like to make people think that I'm not going to do what they want me to do. So a lot of times I would say yes when I did not want to. It was people pleasing. Really, I was an expert at it. And I'm trying very hard to control that, and also not to say yes to something and then not be all in. And I don't know if you've struggled with this, but it is truly a struggle. And I'm getting better at processing. And so I thought I would share with you and ask you to write about that as well. What does it mean to be all in? What do you consider that to be all in? If you are going to say, yes, I'm all in, what is that going to look like? There were many times when I would use these really lukewarm words like, well, maybe, yeah, maybe. Or I'll get back with you. I'll look at it and I'll get back with you, and maybe never even get back with someone on, reasonable time frame. So I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm looking at, these are my top fives. How can I be all in? What does it mean for me to be all in? And the first thing I said is, how important is this decision? If it is something that is not very important, I should not be wasting time worrying about it. I should just go with my heart and my gut and say no if I need to say no, or say yes. And then, why do I want to say yes? I sort of have to look at my motives. Am I doing it for myself? Is this I need approval? I need someone to tell me I'm doing a good job. I'm seeking a pat on the back. Or is it, I really want to do it, and maybe I'm not even going to tell anyone that I've made this decision. I'm just going to do it on my own. Do I have the time and resources to say yes? If I say yes to something, have I overbooked myself? That is most of when I will push back the worst. If I do, why did I say this? I don't have time to do this. So that's important for me. Also, I sometimes need to seek wisdom. If it's something that I'm really a big decision that is definitely going to impact, and I can't come to a decision, I've got to seek wisdom. There's tons of really smart people in my circle that I can talk things over with, my pastor being one of them. I can pray about it. I can take time if there's not a time constraint on it. If it's not something that I have to decide real quickly, I can ask for more time, and I can make a decision based on other people's wisdom. Can sometimes help me. And then I want to think about, why do I need to say no? Because sometimes I do. Sometimes I just need to say no. I need to be realistic about it and look at it. This has got to be a no. So for me to be all in, when I write this up, I look at it. I want to make my yes a yes. What does that mean for me when I say yes? Okay, yes. That is where I have to also add in my next little bit. If I'm going to say yes like that, then I need to attend. If this causes me to have meetings, if it causes me to go places, I need to be committed. And so when this rolls around again the next month, or it rolls around again the next time I'm supposed to do this thing, I need to go with the right attitude and with an attitude attitude of I am in and I made a commitment, or else I need to come out of it. There's nothing worse for me than saying yes, I'm going to do something, and then go with a crappy attitude and be miserable the whole time I'm there, like looking at when can I leave this place. That is lukewarm, and that is really crazy. I need to follow up with my actions. If I committed to do something, if I said, yes, I'm going to be there at this such a time, and I need to do that. Keep my appointments. I don't need to say I'm going to do something and then not. And then I need to do what I say I'm going to do. If I told someone I would make a phone call, if I told someone I would provide a meal, if I told someone I will get back with you on that, then I need to do it. And this is really difficult for me. I need to make my no a no, period. I don't really have to give a lot of reasons why I made the decision not to be all in on something. If I have gone through all these things that I have written here and that I have shared with you in my writing, then I don't really owe anyone an explanation. And most of the time when I try to give an explanation for a no, it's to make myself feel better, like I'm letting them down or something. All I need to say is, after careful consideration, I can't. And that be that. I need to respond on time, though, if I have to say no. Once I've come to the decision of I'm not going to be able to commit, then I need to let the person know. Don't leave them hanging. Don't leave them with, wondering and waiting if they've got to find someone else to fill that spot. So when you're writing, what I want you to do is write about what it means for you to be all in. I think you'll find this an interesting exercise. I tried, this is my draft, so I'm going to show it. I show you here is very rough, but I did type it up so I can go back and revise it. I tried to make it, like my top 5 or just questions I would ask myself, and I think I can go back and put it into a more condensed version and make it more lighthearted and maybe something fun. Maybe this would be a blog, or I will come put it as post on my I Write You Write or on my account, so that I can give you a little bit of encouragement again in shorter bursts. So this is where my brain has been going. I have an extremely full week with a wonderful opportunity. I think I've shared with you before, I have a group of friends that are just my soul sisters. That's the only way I can describe them. They've taken care of me since I first became a teacher, and we are still super friends, and we get together twice a year, and this is coming up this weekend. So I'm really looking forward to this, but it seems like I have 1,000 things between now and then to do. And I wanted to get word to you that this is life. This is what goes on with every one of us. We all have busy lives. So be intentional about what you choose to go all in for. Sometimes I have to even remind myself, if I'm going to enjoy my life like I want to enjoy my life, I need to be focused on what I'm doing at the moment. I am sitting out here on a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I hope you can hear my wind chimes that are playing. The wind is blowing. It's a little cool, but the sun is shining. That is being all in, enjoying the beauty that is around me. I hope you do that too. And I hope to see you next week. I have may have to take a little time off sometimes for the Wednesday words, but I'm going to try my best to keep this going, because this is something that I said I would go all in for too. So I hope you have a good writing experience. Talk to you next week.